God is not on either side of anyone. God's on his own side. And he wants, obviously, any government to be aligned as closely to his values as possible, which would be what his desire is. But he's not favoring one above another. And I think we've just got to be careful we don't exacerbate any tension. But it is great to support in prayer and in legislation for peace to reign in our nations, and there to be an openness in our nations to creativity, to the freedom of speech and all those things. But when the freedom of speech becomes hateful, that is not a good thing. You know, and I think some people use the excuse, well, I'm free to say whatever I like, to be maligning other people or other religions and other things. And I just don't think that is a society that is one that is good to live in. You know, we want to show unconditional love and tolerance and blessing to people, no matter what they believe, you know, and there are some pretty hateful beliefs out there, you know, but that doesn't mean that the people are not loved by God. It just doesn't love what they're saying and doing. So we've got to make sure we maintain the right attitude towards people in whatever they're doing. So I, have certain things that I really don't like. I don't like racism. I don't like those type of things where people are treated with disrespect and dishonor. And, I don't like that stuff. But the people who are perpetrating that, God loves, and I need to love. But I'm not going to love what they do. But how I can deal with that must be not personal towards the person. I know some people who try and legislate governmentally, they become very vindictive, and God is going to remove that person and he's going to take that person out because blah, blah, blah. And generally they're operating with their own opinions rather than actually, they're not a voice for God, because God isn't going to take anybody out. There may be consequences if you do something which is illegal or whatever, and it gets found out. There are consequences for that, which a government and a legal system will look to deal with. But God isn't going to remove people from office and kill people or take people out, as I've heard some people praying, which is like, that's not God. That's not the heart of God to do any of that. Even if what they're doing is not fully aligned with God's kingdom, no political party is. Just not going to find it. But we'll remember, government is made up of people voted in by people. And every government has been voted into power if it's a democratic system. So when someone's been voted in, you've got to respect that that's the majority has voted those people in, and then support those people in whatever way you can so that they can do the best job they can do within a very difficult dynamic. I would not want to be in the political arena. I would not want that job, because you can't win. You're going to displease 50% of the population virtually, and you might please half of the others, and even them you can't please them all the time. So it's a hard job within a system which is at best the best we can do. And whether you're Democratic, Republican as a system of democracy, or republicanism, or you've got communism, or various varieties of it, or none of it really has the answers to the real issues, which are spiritual. And nations will only really change when the majority of the people begin to listen to God and begin to follow the heart of God, which is to demonstrate love, really. So, but if you're seeing positive results, great. It's certainly not a bad thing to be helping and supporting people who've got a very difficult job to play, and to do. If you enjoy these videos, would you please take a moment to like, comment, and subscribe? It really does help. Thank you very much.